I get that Blizzard doesn't want people to burn out or wants to whatever. Okay, sure. 1 week they tried it. I was okay with that. 2 weeks? Oof. A month on retail? Ugh. Month on retail is tough. Artificial time gates are always kind of rough. I wish I had more time. I love it. Been playing this whole life. It just sucks me on the other side of it not being a kid anymore. Know what I mean? I do get what you mean, but I also think that like there's a lot of games that are very respectful of your time that you can play 2 hours a week and have a lot of fun. It's just unfortunate that WoW is a MMO that you're supposed to like grind and play a lot. And I think if Blizzard keeps trying to make changes to almost counter the grinding, kind of just doesn't make sense to me. It's supposed to be a grindy game. Why are we like softening the grind to protect people who are busy? In my opinion, busy people should just play a single player game or something. It's always waiting for you. All right, I'm gonna get some water. BRB. Like I got real busy before TBC came out. I was really busy, and just that's the end of the sentence. I just wasn't able to play some stuff. That's all there was to it. I didn't want WoW to change or something, or like the expansion stuff to release slow or anything different just because I was busy. I think it's fine to play WoW no matter how busy you are if you just like that game, but I don't know, it kind of rubs me the wrong way recently when Blizzard has been making a push. Like, okay, this is a lot of things, honestly. The whole changes in TBC thing, dude, it really, honestly, really frustrates me. Why would you release a classic version of a game and then change it? What's the point? That's like releasing I don't know, man. I was gonna say like a remaster of an old game, like Dark Souls, and then like nerfing some of the builds or something. It's like, what? Just make Dark Souls 3 or something, or 5 or whatever, 4. Make Elden Cup. Why are we taking TBC and changing it? Like, and why are people in favor of that? Dude, it's one thing for Blizzard to do it. Why are people so in favor of it? Why is it popular? I don't get it. Why are we going back and playing an old thing if you didn't like it in the first place? Why are we here? Like, what are we doing? You didn't like the way the game worked. Why are we playing Classic? I liked the way the game worked. I didn't want it to change. I'm a boomer, man. Is what it is. What I don't get is like, aren't these boomers supposed to be like people who have lived lives and stuff? I thought the boomers used to be the ones that said go back to retail. Do you remember that? In 2019, the boomers were telling people to go back to retail if they couldn't handle slow leveling. And now, the vocal boomer community, I guess it's different people but that are vocal, but now the vocal boomers are they're coping about the game should be nerfed. Crazy to me, man. And the game is I hate to break the news, guys, the game wasn't even that hard. And why is it assumed that everyone deserves everything? I really thought the boomers would be more on, like, I thought the boomers would have that opinion that, like, does everyone deserve to have, like, every item in WoW? Or should they, like, should their character have to be strong enough to clear the content? I thought the old boomers would be actually more on the side of, like, oh, you should earn the items. That's what I thought. That's what I would have guessed. Actually, it's really surprising to me the amount of boomers that are just, like, seem to be completely comfortable with, like, handout loot. Weird. Discussions will be had for Generation Come, but everyone's still not being pleased. It's just tough. It's just tough, man, because, like, I wish if there was a split. I don't know. I know it just feels bad. It just feels bad to be irrelevant. And that's unfortunately the case. Me, along with a lot of other people, we do not matter. What matters is the masses. It does not matter, like, the passionate people about the game. They don't care about the veterans of the game. They don't care about the people who've been playing a long time. They don't care about the people. You realize these changes. You know how many people were waiting for TBC to come back? Blizzard doesn't care about any of those people. All Blizzard cares about is the people that maybe would play. That's who they care about. They do not care about people who are excited about the game, passionate about it. They don't care at all. You are not important. I am not important. You guys are not important. If you're a boomer in chat, you are important to Blizzard. The only people that are important to them are the people that may not have played. I am not important because I was going to play no matter what. Yeah, they're making so much money from boosts. They're making so much money from boosts. It's actually disgusting how many people have them out. It's actually disgusting. I don't know what the real numbers are, but it feels like more than half of the people playing the game boosted. It feels that way. Amongst the people I know playing the game and in the guild, I think more than half of them boosted. So it's like, that's insane. So I understand why Blizzard does it. It's just, it's unlucky that the Blizzard's way to optimize mass appeal, it's just unlucky that it happens to conflict with my preference. That's really what it is. It's just unlucky because obviously I don't matter. I'm not an important customer for Blizzard because I was going to play no matter what. So they literally, like, I am just irrelevant. I would play no matter what they do to the game. So they do not need to even consider me. What can you do? Adversity is the most important part of the games. It's like, dude, do you think I ever, when we were chain wiping in SSCTK, do you think I ever thought to myself, I hope Blizzard nerfs this boss? That's just not how games work, dude. I was like, man, how are we going to be better next week? Like, if I die to a boss, I'm not thinking Blizzard needs to change how much damage the boss does. I'm thinking I need more stamina on my character. We need our healers to do this different. We need that. That's just how you should play games. You should not play a game with the mindset that, like, the developer needs to change it for you. You should be going into it with the mindset of, like, how do I, within this world of the game, do the best I can or whatever. But yeah. It's actually crazy how soft the boomers are too. Crazy. Actually insane. They're just... I read these Reddit posts, it drives me insane. The amount of boomers that are like, oh my god, it's so great that I can do Karazhan in a couple hours in a pug. Thanks, Blizzard. And it's like, this person, let's just translate what this means. This person is appreciative that social dynamics of the game no longer matter because they don't want to engage in a community. Okay, let's just break that down. That's what's happening. This player doesn't want to talk to other people. They don't want to engage in the social aspect of... They're playing an MMO. They're playing an MMO, but they don't want to talk to other people. They don't want to join a guild. They don't want to find other people that are good at the game. They don't want to do any of that. They actually just want to type in LFG in Vmikara and walk in and kill every boss in a couple hours. That is what they want in the game. And they don't want any boss to be hard. They want to full clear it their first time walking in greens with no research. That's what they want. And they're on Reddit screaming to the world how happy they are that the game is like this. It's actually insane. Actually insane. There's the report. I just don't understand. It's so funny because you know what the real take here is? They should go play retail. Because retail is an antisocial game. They should go play retail. You know why they're not going to play retail? Because they are scared. They are scared of the modern graphics. But you know what retail has? Retail's got a lot of ways for you to never talk to another player ever again. They should really just go play retail. Retail's got a boost. Retail's got a boost. Retail's got normal dungeons. They're super easy. Retail's got looking for raid. Super easy. You can get purples in raid gear. And you don't even have to be moving your character. Like... Actually crazy that retail LFR is probably harder than Karazhan. That is actually insane, by the way. Karazhan is probably actually easier than retail LFR. That is tough. There's a lot of LFR bosses that have probably higher wipe rates than Karazhan bosses right now. You almost never hear people complaining about heroics being too hard, so you don't understand. Well, I think a lot of boomers, dude, just aren't doing them. I think they just go to Kara, and then they're just done for the week, and wait for next week. I don't know. But, kind of insane. We've lost the war against boomers. Agis seem to be the most expensive, but I'm not going to sell them. But I guess I'll take Agi anyway. I prefer strength. Respect than another. Do I have wrists? I'm maintaining a healing set. What are my current wrists equipped? Oh, these are BOE. I don't know why I'm maintaining a healing set in my bags just to take up space, but I am. I actually just do not have leather wrists at all. I will take these. I don't know. I must have disenchanted them on accident. Agi most expensive, most classes that use it. I guess because Hunter uses Agi but not strength, at least on themselves. Whereas Rogue and Warrior might be using both, I suppose. And Ret, Barrel. I mean, strength is better for more classes, I think. It's better for Enhance, Ret, Warrior, Barrel. Hunter's Weaving, they use 4 scrolls, 2 for each pet. 2 for them, 2 for pet. Yeah, we don't melee weaving is banned in our guild, unfortunately. You go to a mailbox and send some stuff. Wow. Anything else I should get rid of? And get rid of everything and just clear out my bags. I'd sell. Anything else? Get rid of all this random enchanting stuff. I probably don't need all this food. Probably don't need mana pots for dungeons, even if I heal. Save a couple. Okay. Bags are looking good. Scroll is cheap, buy while it's hot. I don't really do much investing in WoW. I just accept, unless I'm really, really confident about something, I just accept some stuff is gonna go up and let it happen. So I'm not gonna hoard too many scrolls right now. Bags are looking so clean, everyone. How long have I had an Argent Dawn commendation in my bag? That is the real question. Okay. Refresh our buff. How are we looking? 63.5. 2026 is a target motto. If you melee weave on your hunter, you're banned. Actually, I mean, melee weaving is banned. You think I care about melee weaving hunters doing slightly more damage? I do not care. They're gonna pull threat, man. They can't be. We got a prot warrior in our guild. We can't be having people doing too much damage. Threat is going to be an issue. Average price TBC. I'm hoping we get a lot more bots this time. Help with the scrolls. Box is gonna be more of an issue for you soon enough. That buddy's not pulling threat off me, man. I wish him the best of luck, but it's not happening. The only way I'll lose threat, I think, to Roxas is if he does either I'm in some scuff group, which hey, maybe it'll keep happening, or he does something real dumb, like wreck on pull with sweeping strikes if I have to tank like 3 target or something. And he might die. T6 warrior with wreck does some crazy threat. Tier 6 prot warrior does crazy threat, man. Wait till you see me in my PvP gear. At that point, surely I'll have DST, guys. I've been told I can never lose threat if I have DST. It does a lot for my character. Overpowered. What boss SSC need nature resistance? It used to be Hydros, but I don't even know if you need it anymore. Like, I don't even know you need it anymore. Post nerf Hydros, you might not need any resistance gear. I think you don't, actually. I think post nerf we didn't use resistance gear. So yeah. Probably no bosses need resistance gear anymore. I don't know. Again, the SSCTK nerfs are so massive that pretty much anything that you had to do before, you do not have to do now. Vash, we won't need to place the seeds to bait bats. Like, we probably don't need resistance gear. Astromancer, my guild used to use arcane resistance and stuff. Don't need to be doing that. Like, pretty much anything people were doing, we're not going to do anymore. Casual guilds will still take 3 weeks to 1 night TK, I bet, though. I mean, but even 1 night is a crazy word. A lot of these guilds are going to be 2-day raiding guild. So even the boomer guild might be clearing week 1. Like, a bad guild of people that have not mastered their character might be full clearing day 1. Because... Or week 1, I should say. Week 1, it might be full clearing. Tier 4 nerfs are very, 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 very big, yeah. Or tier 5 nerfs are very big. Actually insane. It's actually insane, like, Bash, like, is just not even a hard fight. Like, dude, the ads on Bash die in, like, 3 seconds. So it's like, there's no damage moving, there's no... They just die. I think, don't the ad HP and Tempest Keep kill Thos? They just go nowhere. It just... If they nerf how Alar works, I think just everything is nerfed. Unlucky. Hey, but at least the boomers will get their first Bash kill, man. Happy for them. A shield wall? That's my thing. Is that an enemy player? Where did that lady come from? Am I getting shadow bolted this whole time? Pressing frenzied regen, guys. Not a very good ability. Now I can't bash. Don't have a lot of mana. Any luck? Dude, luckily we got some mana bots. Demo shout has just now gone up. Bayfloyd is not happy with that. He's immune to that. Here we go. See if I can get the boss down. I still see a bug on my screen. Target of target shows me higher health than my actual frame. Alright guys, we took down the boss. The elite. My guild was server first on small private server, all gamers. It was very challenging. Yeah, a lot of the private servers were like buffed too. And that's the funny thing is a lot of the TBC, like I would say appreciators, want pre-nerf, and some of them even play buff content at different points. I'd say I've heard mostly TBC content being buffed. Like of all the private server stuff I've heard, I feel like TBC is the most common one that people play buffed private servers on compared to everything else. Good to hear. My guild told me to get nature gear, and I saw this list, was kind of scared. I mean, there's some things you can get that are like budget if you're really worried about it. Obviously, the best pieces are the very expensive crafted ones. It's just up to you what kind of guild you're in and what the situation is, but you probably could skimp by with some like some just random nature res stuff. And you probably don't need all of it. But if you're in a tryhard guild, they still may want you to run it. Because literally, you know, what can you do? Yeah, TBC is a lot about numerical difficulty, not really mechanics. But it's kind of fun, though. It's like, it's not that complicated for people to figure out what they're supposed to do. You just need people doing a lot of damage, or doing a lot of healing, or doing a lot of tanking. I feel like that's chill. Like, that's great. I don't need a rocket science degree to figure out what this boss is supposed to do. I just play my class. It's sick. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I will get for SSCTK. The other thing is, like, one person needs to be frost res, one needs to be nature. I think last time I did nature, but I think this time I would rather do frost, because I think frost starts the fight. So I can have... I like starting the fight because of threat reasons. Like, this stuff is... It's like this stuff. How much is it? It's like if you make, like, the ice thing, 80 gold. It's still not that much, but it's gonna be... Maybe I should start making this stuff and selling it. 600 gold, 700 gold. Yeah, there's breakpoints with resistance and stuff. I used to use a weird set of gear. I think I used a couple pieces. There's got to be some good items that are, like, not crafted, but I feel like the crafted are just the best. I think I used, like, a nature res cloak at some point. I think I was using some items from, like, vanilla at some point. I don't even know if that's advisable. I don't remember. I might have been trolling. I think I was using, like, a nature red cloak from, like, Maradon or something. No, that's got to be AQ40. Okay, that's got to be AQ40. Let's calm down with that. There's no way I was doing that. There's just no way. Let me check. Here's the lady, actually. Character, new character. Warrior. 70. Why am I getting owned here, guys? I'm trying to tab out, and I'm trying to look up nature resistance, and phase 2. I mean, I just put War Stomp on cooldown, guys. That could affect my elite gameplay in a second. Okay, let's look for nature resistance. Here it is. Yeah, that's that. Name and R. Pendant of Withering. Okay, so there's a neck you can use. I think the JC necks might be a little cheaper. Let's check. It's starting to come back to me now. Is this not JC? I think it is. Pendant of Withering. Created by Jewel Crafting. 360. Where is it? Oh, it's blue. My bad. Yeah, this thing is way cheaper. So Neck might be the play. Oh, I'm not paying attention. I could have just stolen a tag from the dude who died. So the neck is good. What else can you... And it's probably way cheaper. There's a cloak. Cloak's from World Boss, but there's a tailoring thing. It's level 60. No, we don't want that. I think I may have bought like a cloak or something in the auction house or something. These wrists. No wrists. It's like classic stuff. The ring I got. What's the ring? Still not that expensive compared to the other stuff. I guess this is actually 120. Yeah, so maybe some sort of set that's like ring, neck, spend a few hundred gold, and then kind of chill and not waste all your money on other things. You can get a shoulder resist enchant. Elon Muskrat died. What up, dude? I'm hoping he tries again and dies. Yep. Perfect. Here comes the water elemental. So we want this mage to die, but we don't want to BM him, you know. Heal his mob. Gotta have good moral character. Yeah, I feel like the legs are just gonna be so expensive. I mean, he's winning. Help him out. Oh, he's so dead. I'm sorry, buddy. I really would love to help. Oh, he's pumping. He's gonna get it. Die, die, die. Yup. Unlucky, dude. I'm sorry. That just sucks. That just sucks, dude. Petrified Scarab. AQ. That sucks, man. It says that was amazing. I mean, I don't think what I did was wrong. I don't think I should be entitled to help an alliance player complete an elite. And I didn't gank him. I just reserved the tag. But yeah. What I'm probably going to do for SSCTK in Hydros, I don't know. I'm usually like an over-prepared gamer. So when it gets closer, I don't know. Maybe I'll get way too much nature resistance for no reason. But realistically, I'll probably just get like maybe. I'll run the numbers of how much resistance I want unbuffed. Make sure we have the buffs for it. And maybe go like ring, neck. And maybe find like a green or something of nature resistance. Neck and ring is already 65. Honestly, nah, I have to do helm because of the enchant. I'll probably make... That's my tip. I forgot about this. There are resistance helm enchants. So I would recommend to you guys out there, you want to min-max a little bit. If you're going to craft the resistance gear, crafting helm is usually pretty good. Because you can put resistance on it. I think it's Cenarian. Swim across real quick. I believe Cenarian has the nature res one for like the nature set. Cenarian. Yeah, Glyph of Nature Warding. So that would be my recommendation. That's probably what I'm gonna do. You don't even, you need 125 buffed Bayfloyd, not unbuffed. I mean, I'm gonna have plenty of helmets, so I can do helm enchant, ring, and call it. Or if I want to play it safe, I mean the neck is cheap. I might go neck. I'll check the breakpoints, but I might go like neck, ring, helm if I'm super scared. And if I feel confident, I'll just try that then. 122. I'll just look at the chart again. I mean, last time I didn't use that much NR, but I'm pretty sure I was using like... I feel like even when I was taking off NR, I was still using... See, but that was... I can't remember how much of it was pre-nerf or post-nerf. But I was using like 100 something. Back in the day. In dual wielding and stuff. Oh. Isn't there classic NR leg enchants? 10 from ZG. Yeah. I wonder what the Frost res set looks like. Probably some Nax junk that I'm not gonna have. Is Blackwing around? There he is. Custom FR. Oh, I remember resistance sets on Illidan. Good times. I used to run a pug in Black Temple. And because it was really hard to recruit people for the Black Temple pug, especially tanks with anything, I used to tank Illidan in a hybrid fire resistance set. And then try and find someone with a fire resistance set. Frost resist. Boom. Brought. Head over here, pick up a bunch of quests. See if we can get Count Ungula. Obviously, Frost has a neck just from JC as well. They've got a ring from JC. We're getting reflectors and stuff. There's a bunch of Nax gear for Frost. Any of you happen to use FR in Nax? That is easy to reuse some stuff. It's not that bad. It's pretty much the same as nature resistance. It's like copied. You can craft legs, you can craft chest, you can craft helmet. You can craft ring and neck is the main things. Yeah, that's fine. It's just the same. What you want Frost res for? Hydros. Hydros has two phases. Hydros has Frost and Hydros has Nature. So you have one tank in each. Well, you know. I still think you don't really need either, but whatever. Probably put like a 2 pieces on. Averaging. You don't play Frost phase. Cope. Didn't it? Dude, it had to have started. It had to have started Frost, man. There's just no way. Am I that boomer of a memory? I'm pretty sure it starts Frost and not Nature. So you do need Frost and you don't need Nature if that's the case, right? I'm pretty sure I always went second, and I'm pretty sure I had resist nature res. It starts Frost, but you don't play it. You just run it straight through and immediately summon Yats. You drag him over, so you just immediately summon like an instant ad. You just go back and forth quick and summon 2 sets of ads. Is post nerf the ads that easy that you just summon 8? Pre nerf the ads were brutal. But the ads have no resistance typing. Mushrooms drain. They always not, dude. There's our guild wasn't that bad. We could not drag back and forth over. That was not a thing if you sucked. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. For all the people that were in guilds that are terrible, including myself, we were not running Hydros back and forth over the flag to summon 2 sets of ads. That was not happening. Need any of this stuff? Those boots are pretty good. Gotta be better than mine, yeah? Yeah. Shoulders are pretty good. Mine are pretty good. Belt. 17, 10, 20. 14, 14. And crit's not that good, but slightly better. It's called Belt of the Moonkin. Crazy. Is tier 5 also post nerf? I mean, I don't know, man. I swear there was a source saying that it was planned to be nerfed, but I can't find it now. If anyone has it, I would say this: there's a 95% chance it is nerfed because phase 1 was nerfed. There is also like a 99% chance it's nerfed because I think they said it already. Frost phase doesn't do a lot of damage before it stacks up. So you start Frost, take him to 50%, swap bow. So you start Frost with no Frost Riz, you're saying. Because it doesn't do that much damage. Move over a little early, and then face tank the rest of the way. I get what you're saying. I thought you meant you started the fight and just walked through the gate immediately. Which obviously I guess you would never need to do, because any tank can tank Hydros in the early stages. With no res. Because it does no damage at the start. So you gear for NR and not play Frost. Play it accordingly. I don't know, man. What if they, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what actually occurred. Oh, I need these gloves bad. Does anyone know? Have links or have a good memory or what? Didn't Blizzard announce that Phase 1 and Phase 2 were going to be nerfed? I thought Blizzard announced that Phase 1 and Phase 2 were going to be nerfed, and that they were considering Phase 2 not being nerfed. But I thought the assumption was that Phase 2 was going to be nerfed, and that they may consider pre-nerf. That's what I was told. But I did some Googling, and I can't find where Blizzard said Phase 2 was planned to be nerfed. Phase 2 was nerfed, they said. Phase 1 was nerfed, they said. Phase 2, they heard players and see what they will do. I mean, the top Reddit thread said they just haven't communicated. I thought they were saying that raids were going to be in their post-nerf state. I thought that's what the announcement was. That, like, all the raids were going to be in their post-nerf state. TBC not thriving as much as we thought. Cooked numbers. Oh man, I gotta get Prague. Gotta get Prague 70 quickly. I wonder, when can I zone in to Karazhan? Can I zone into Karazhan at 68? I think you have to be 70, I think I read that on Wowhead, you have to be 70. Yo, what up, Rat Pig? Just out here grinding right now. That's okay. The Boomer gonna be shell-shocked at tier 5 pre-nerf? I mean, as they should, man. Tier 5 still is not that complicated. It just requires your tanks to be tanky, your healers to heal, and your DPS to do damage, and then follow basic mechanics. Again, I know my guild made SSCTK look really hard, but we had like 20 people and like 15 people, and we're like pugging and things were going horribly wrong. Also, I will say this, the biggest thing that went wrong about our SSCTK, we got single-handedly griefed by one player. We just could not kill on Kael'thas. We lost like weeks to the fact that we could not hit the lady on the fight without the entire raid just getting like boomed by threat. Our warlock just couldn't press like Shadowburn. It's just, what can you do? At the time, I wasn't well enough equipped to deal with like a brain dead player playing very badly and like lying. Like that I just didn't handle it very well. So what happened is I told the player, just press Shadowburn. And then he was lying to me and telling me that he was pressing Shadowburn. He wasn't. He was lying. And I checked the logs after, and he was lying. And so, like, I was trying to, like, be constructive and figure out how we're supposed to do something. But like, I was believing our player. Like, when a player in our guild said something did or didn't work, I was believing them. When really what I should have done is said, okay, I'm just going to make someone else do this job because you somehow just keep screwing everything up. But I was like, oh, well, he said he tried it. I guess he tried it. But yeah, that single mistake of like not replacing our tank, Capernia tank, cost us like weeks. But that's where like I'd like to do it again, you know? How is KT pre-nerf gonna go this time if we got a good warlock tanking Capernia? I want to get hit by the bot. I want Morogrim Tidewalker to hit my character, dude. Like, is that so wrong? Is it so wrong that I just want Morogrim Tidewalker to one-shot me and kill me in 1 second? Can't I just dream of that? I want to show up on Morogrim Tidewalker. I want to die in 1 second, and I want to be like, oh, all right, this guy's hits. You know, this guy does damage to me. I don't want to play literally World of Warcraft TBC for 9 months before I can die to a boss. What even can kill me in Black Temple? Terran Gorefiend hits like a little hard, but not crazy hard. I'm just going to wait 6 months to tank Illidan, and then I just have to hope I don't choke pressing shield block, but I'm... Gurtog? I mean, he's kind of like a bleeder. You kind of swap, though. It's less about... I feel like that's less about tanking. and more about tank swapping with stacks of bleeds and stuff, as opposed to like I don't feel like I'm gonna itemize a certain way to deal with Gurtog Blood Boil. I'm just gonna like, we just have to like tank swap for the bleeds and stuff. Yeah. So even if we get all the way, like when is the first fight that's gonna do damage to my character? Archimon maybe? Archimon Illidan? Terran Gorfiend? I guess we wait till I guess we wait till phase 3 for a few bosses that hit kind of hard. I guess it's just Illidan. Illidan hits hard. So in 7 months, I just have to wait 7 months to experience a boss that might be capable of killing my character. Crazy. The only thing I've died to so far, I think I died to Nightbane because we had like a incident. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what happened on Nightbane. Somehow a healer died. I don't know if somebody like I didn't scream threat drop soon enough. I don't remember what happened, but I've basically only died to Gruul. I died on High King Mulgar. In Gruul's lair, I should say, not on Gruul. I've died to High King Mulgar ad that casts Fireball and Blast Wave. But obviously that's just all magic damage, and I got overkilled by a few hundred. And I'm not supposed to tank it because our mage died. So that is the, I think, the only way in which I have died to a boss. I've died to like trash and Karazhan if there was like 3 things hitting me and like people were dying. Are we sure Tragic is going to exist by then? People get bored of their no chance. I mean, but that's the other problem. That's the other problem. I am stuck here, man. I am the all reliable. I'm not going to quit. If I said I'm going to play TBC, I'm going to play it full. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to disappoint people. Which means, unfortunately, Tragic will be still happening in Black Temple, because pretty much no matter what happens, unless I experience some sort of insane life event, I am going to be still there. And if I'm there, the raid will still happen. That's pretty much all there is to it. So, we'll be in Black Temple. 2 a.m. Who whispers will be hype? Nah, we don't do that anymore. We recruit right before raid. We just pug. We raid on a Tuesday. We raid on reset day. We roll loot. We pug. Cannot possibly have 2 a.m. incident. Impossible. Bay Floyd could start whispering at 2 a.m. for some enhancement shaman. What he needs to do. Enhancement shaman situations are running in fumes. That's the other great thing about this game being such a joke. We don't have any actual problems with any of the content because it's extremely easy. So basically all that's left is people either complaining about loot or complaining about group comp. Because there's no... Normally, people would be like discussing or theory crafting or trying to figure out how we kill the bosses. But that is obviously not something that needs to happen. So basically everyone's attention is just on like group comp and loot. It's these diva DPS too, man. It's these diva DPS. You know, you tell them what do you need? What do you need to pump? And they go, okay, here's what I need. I need feral. Say, okay, we can do feral. They go, okay, I need enhance. Not resto? No, not resto. Need enhance. Okay. Feral. Enhance, all right. And what else? Well, obviously, need a warrior, need battle shout. Okay. All right, we're up to 3. What else do we need? Well, that's not enough, actually. We also need honor buff or like ret buff. And it's just chalked, man. Can't have any melee without Feral. That's a God forbid. It's a war crime. I was cooking up some comps where we put like hunters with Feral. And then we have like a melee group. Dude, I don't know, man. I would be happy with a melee group that was enhanced shaman, warrior. That sounds pretty good to me. But that's not enough anymore, man. You gotta have Feral. Just sad. Must have arm. We currently do not have an arms. That's the other insane thing, man. We don't have an arms. Isn't that way more damage than whatever we're talking about with Feral currently? Like one person. It's just so sad. Just call it, guys. Just call it. But that's the frustrating thing. TBC, I'll say this. TBC as an expansion, with these nerfs, I hate to say it, man. TBC gets hit really hard with these changes. Because TBC is the worst expansion in WoW history when it comes to raid composition, like guild management. It's not even close. So these nerfs really hurt because all people want to do is parse because the game is a complete joke. And this is like the worst game in WoW history to try and facilitate people parsing because of how groups work. It's just tough. Bring up the parse brain video. Oh, I mean, the problem is though. I mean, this is just a fact. It's even the same for how do you find engagement in this game if the content's easy? The only thing is speedrunning or parsing. That's it. Because there's no challenge anymore. There's no difficulty. So players look to other things, which means, again, they hyper-fixate on the group comps. Because in TBC, that's how you do a lot of damage, is you have a really good group. And you try and play correctly. So yeah, I'd say this is what really bums me out about the post-nerf changes is... it's basically just as annoying to run the guild. It is just as annoying as it was in original TBC. Because in original TBC, we felt like we needed to do all this group stuff to clear the content. Well, now we got to do the exact same cringe group stuff so people don't complain. So that is one thing that kind of is just kind of sad or kind of annoying. Is like, man, even you'd think with the raid being nerfed that at least it would feel a little more chill, but it's not. Because it actually doesn't matter how easy the content is. Players still, care about one thing and one thing only. DPS players want to do damage. That is all. We need a serve hunter as well. I'm not going to run serve for a while. I mean, I feel like when we are at a point where serve is good, we can run one. I feel like both hunters are willing to try it. But, I don't know. Maybe it'll come sooner than expected if we do triple melee group. How goes the IRL? You know, I'm just hanging around, man. TBC. Blizzard's kind of griefing me, guys. That's what I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out in TBC. I guess I just keep doing dungeons and just not... I don't know. This guild stuff is so cringe, though.
人生ってのは思いがけない展開があるもので、社会に出て5年目ともなればそれも多少面白がる余裕も出てきたつもりだったけど。
おはようございます。
おはようございます、篠原さ
ん。まあ林さんすごく酔ってましたし、ちょっとびっくりしましたけど。
これはない気がする。篠原さんは取引先の担当者の一人で、なぜかうちの会社じゃ篠原さんはホモだと革新的に語られていた。その篠原さんと俺がどうして同じベッドに、しかも二人とも裸で、なんて。
なあ林、お前篠原さんの担当だろ。聞いたか、篠原さんって枕で営業成績上げてるらしいぜ。
お前またいい加減な。
マジだって。資材んとこの課長も食われたって話、絶対そうだって。お前も気をつけろよ。篠原さんってなんか怪しげだもん。超怖え。
まあ確かにそういう話を信じさせる雰囲気が篠原さんにはあった。実際商談の席でも。
それでは林さん、こちらの資料でよろしいんですね。
肌はやたら白いし、手首は細いし、涼しげな目元がクールで。
林さん？
ああ、はい。ええ、それでお願いします。
了解しました。ではこれで。
あの怪しい笑み、ホモ超怖え。篠原さんってやっぱり。いや待て、それよりなんで俺は篠原さんとこんなことになったんだっけ。頼む頼む頼む、思い出せ。俺昨べは接待でうちの担当と篠原さんとこと4人でフレンチに行って、その後2軒目で。
言っときますが、タクシー乗るのを拒否してうちに上がり込んだのも、ベッドに無理やり入ってきたのも林さんですから、お間違いなく。
あ、はい、すいません、どうも。あれってことは俺が食われたんじゃないのか。つうか篠原さん相手に無理やりって、やっぱあれであれをああいうことで。体とか大丈夫ですか。
は？
いや、俺が強引にしたんなら大変だったかなと思って。俺でかい方だし。慣れてれば平気なんですか。今痛くない？なんで真っ赤になるんだこの人。
そうです、慣れてるから平気です。ご心配なく。俺シャワーを浴びてきますから、その間に帰ってください。昨べのことは誰にも言いませんから。それじゃ。
胸元まで一気に赤くなってたな。男でもなんかエロじゃなくて、赤くなった顔一度見たことあるような。ダメだ、思い出せん。もういいや、帰ろう。俺のパンツ。あれ、このお茶のペットボトル。 そうだ。昨べ篠原さんとここで一緒に酒を飲んだんだ。
林さん、このお茶好きでしょ？だって、いえ、何度か買ってるところ見たから俺も飲んでみようかなって。あ、そうだ、林さん、この新刊読みました？
え？あ、それ俺も読んだ。結構ハマりましたよ。この作家、実は前から好きだったんですけどね。
本当に俺もです。この作家ってあまり周りに読んでる人いないから、林さんもファンだったなんて。林さんとこんな風に話せるなんて嬉しいです。
お、そうだ。篠原さんのあの恥ずかしそうな顔を昨べここで見たんだ。でもちょっと待て。あの後ってあれ？
バカみたいだ俺。林さん、昨日話したことくらい覚えてたっていいのに。
あ、どうも。
なんでまだいるんですか？
いや、篠原さんに聞きたいことがあって。俺ちょっと探したんですけど、使用済みのティッシュもないし、ゴムもないし、かといってベッド汚れてないし、もしかして。
殴ればいいじゃないですか。
はい？
そうですよ。林さんは何もしてません。酔っ払って俺の部屋に入ってきて全裸になって、すごく下品な下ネタを披露して寝ちゃっただけです。
それはすいません。
いいですか？俺は確かにホモですけど、貧困法制なホモなんです。あなたたちが噂してるようなことなんか一つもないし、誰かと付き合ったこともないのに。朝起きたら林さん真っ青で何も覚えてなくて、変な顔で俺を見るから。昨日少し仲良くなれて嬉しかったのに、いつも緊張してうまく笑えないくらいだから嬉しかったのに。だからちょっと意地悪してやろうと思っただけです。後日改めて土下座でも何でもしますから、今日は帰ってください、林さん。林さん、なんで黙ってるんです？
まあ、人生ってのは思いがけない展開の連続なわけで、だから面白い。
林さん、やっぱり今殴りたいですか？
だろ？言っとくが、俺はホモじゃない。俺はホモじゃないが。
ではこの件はこれで進めるということで、それでいいですか、林さん。林さん？
あ、ええ、それで構いません。篠原さんはホモだ。しかもこの人はどうやら俺が好きらしい。
この間のことは本当に申し訳なかったと思ってます。どうか忘れてもらえれば。
篠原さんのあんな泣き顔忘れられるわけないですよ。
そんな言い方。
すいません。 そのことを不可抗力で知ってしまった俺はホモじゃないけど、あれからちょっと篠原さんにドキドキして困る。だってなんかこの人妙に可愛い時があるんだよな。はい。
なんでもないです。
ほらこの照れた感じがなんとも。まあでもなんつうか、誰かに片思いされてるってのは悪い気しねえし、俺は割と女にモテる方だけど、割とっつうか結構モテるけど、まあ男にまで惚れられるってのは結構俺すごくないか。中身の評価あってこそっていうかさ。篠原さんって俺のどこを好きになったんですか？
それは最初にお会いした時、胸板が熱くて素敵だなって。
って体目当てかよ。
林さん、起きてください。林さん。
もうおかわりいらない。
信じられない。この間あんなことあったのにまた同じことできるなんて。俺はのんけのあなたが好きなホモなんですよ。今度こそ本当に既成事実作っちゃいますよ。まったくもう。
ホモの人ってやっぱり男とやりたいんですね。
林さん、
胸板とか言っちゃうあたりいかにもっつうか、マジで篠原さんってホモなんですね。ちょっと引いたな。ねえ、篠原さんが酔った俺にやられましたって嘘ついたあれ、別にそんなのは。涙？
わかりました。やります。
篠原さん。
林さん、目は閉じててください。
なんで？
見えなければ女性にされてるのと変わらないでしょう。俺もできるだけ声とか出さないようにしますから。
俺なんてこと。ごめん、今のなし。ごめん篠原さん。いやすいません、ほんとごめん。今のはなし。俺酔っててマジほんとごめん。今のはなし。人としてなし。マジすいません。ほんとやばい。俺最悪。
よかった。林さん、そんな人じゃないのにって。すごく男らしいけど優しくて責任感ある素敵な人なのにって。俺そんなに怒らせたんだって。
やばい、マジでほんとドキドキするし抱きしめたいし。すいません、ほんとごめん。泣くなって篠原さん。 ごめんってやばい。抱きしめたらすごい熱くなってきた。あそこが俺はホモじゃないはずなのに、誰か助けてくれ。篠原さんはホモだ。でも俺はホモじゃない。全然ホモじゃない。全く問題なし。あ、篠原さん、なんか
林さん、
目元色っぽいと思ってたけど、
林さん、
一重なんだな。
林さん、
え？
そうやって黙って見るのやめてもらえませんか？
ああ、すいません、どうも。ちょっと考え事してて。篠原さんはなぜかうちの会社ではそのそこはかとなく漂う不思議なオーラからホモの人と噂になっていた。実際にホモで、しかも俺に片思い中だった。こっちは全くこれっぽっちもその気はないのだが
よかった。俺林さんのことそんなに怒らせたのかって。よかった。
可愛いとかけなげとか思わなくもない一瞬がなくもなかったりで、普段クールっぽいのに泣くと急にあれなんだよな、この人。
でも
え、
また林さんがこうやって飲みに誘ってくれるとは思わなかったので嬉しいです。
いやドキじゃねえよ俺。ほら、こういうのがなんか変な感じ呼ぶみたいな。いや別に誘いますよ、そりゃ。篠原さんのとことの契約もまだまだ進めたいですしね。
そうですね。
そうですよ。よろしくお願いしますよ。俺はホモじゃないけど篠原さんとは割と趣味も合うし、俺のこと好きだって言うならたまに二人で飲むくらいはいいかな。
林さん、ちょっといいですか？
え？
取引先の篠原さんって知ってます？
ああ、篠原さんね。たまに飲みに行ったりするけど。
本当ですか？連絡先とか渡してもらえません？
いやー、どうかな、それは。彼女とかいたら悪いし。
彼女いるんですか？
いや、よく知らないけど、でも気になる人がいるって言ってたような。
嘘。
篠原さんってモテるんですね。
え？
こないだうちに来たでしょ。女子社員に連絡先教えてって言われて大変でしたよ。もちろん死守しましたけど。
すいません。
全然気にすることないですよ。じゃあ俺こっちなんだ。
また。林さん、
この本。
この間林さんが読みたいって言ってた本、家探したらあったので、よかったら。
わざわざ探してくれたの？
わざわざってほどじゃ。別に返さなくてもいいですから、暇な時にでもどうぞ。
ほんと見かけによらずけなげだよな。そんなに俺のこと好きなのか。もちろん俺はホモじゃないけど、もうちょっと答えてあげてもいいかも。
それじゃあ俺。
待って篠原さん、よかったらうちでお茶でも飲みます？ でも何かしてあげたりはできないけど。
俺は。
君、篠原くんじゃないか？
斉藤先生。
斉藤先生？誰だこいつ。
先生、お久しぶりです。
そうだね、卒業以来だから。でも篠原くんちっとも変わらないからすぐ分かったよ。相変わらずクールビューティーだね。
そんな、先生こそお変わりなく、素敵です。
もうすっかり中年だよ。
おいおい、何この空気。
で、そちらはたちの悪いナンパの方？
いえ、こちらは取引先の。
おかしいだろあれは。日本人のくせにクールビューティーとか真顔で言うか。大体篠原さんも何なんだよ。誰とも付き合ったことのない貧困法制なホモとか以前言ってたけど。
斉藤先生は大学のゼミでお世話になった准教授で、なかなか他の同級生と馴染めなかった俺をいつもフォローしてくれたんです。
とかなんとか言って、本当はあのチャラチャラしたおっさんと何かあったんじゃ。
あら、何ぼーっとしてんだ。仕事せよ林。
課長、ちょっと考え事してただけです。
たまには女のことを忘れろ。お前は
考えてません。
恩師なんです。
恩師ね。
お前今日残業な。よし、次カラオケ。今日は俺のおごりだ。
やったー。ほら林さんも行きましょうよ。
ま、別に篠原さんがあのおっさんとどんな間柄だろうと俺には関係ないけど。ってあれ、あそこに歩いてるの篠原さん？一緒にいるのあのすかしたおっさん。おいおいおいおい、あんな笑顔で。マジかよ。
どうした林、置いてくぞ。
林さ
ん？どうしたん？
今度合コンするんですけど、林さんも来ませんか？
ああ、いいよ。
それで篠原さんも呼んでもらえません？
ああ、どうかな。俺ここ最近連絡取ってないし。
でも前はよく飲みに行ってましたよね。
ああ、まあ今は向こうも忙しいみたいだし知らねえけど。
そうなんですか。
まあもともと俺から興味持ったわけじゃねえし、今はあの准教授とやらとうまくやってんだろ。別にどうでも。篠原さん。
こんばんは。すいません、急に。ちょっと林さんと話がしたくて。
すいません、今コーヒー切らしてて。
いえ。
それで話って何ですか？
林さんは俺のことをどう思ってるんでしょうか。俺は林さんのことが前から好きで。 きっかけは何であれ、林さんと仲良くなれたのは嬉しかったし、俺が男しか好きになれないの知ってもやっぱり親しくしてくれて。でも
どう思ってるかって？
林さん、
これでいい？篠原さん。くそ、マジかよ。
斉藤先生。はい。
篠原君、
はい。
今時間いいかな？
はい。
篠原君、どうしたの？例の彼と何かあった？
先生、俺。なんだよ林、どうしたの？金のこと以外なら何でも相談に乗るぜ。
いらん。
俺にできることなら何でもしてやるから。金のこと以外。
何でも？
何でも金以外。
じゃあちょっと服めくってみてくれ。
え？
何でも相談に乗るんだろ？ほら早く。
やめた。痴漢です、この人。
うるせえ、脱げ。
変態。分かったよ。なんだよ。ほら、これでいいのかよ。
さっさとしまえ、見苦しい。
なんですって。訴えてやる。
うっせえよ。俺はホモじゃない。そうだ、同僚の裸見たって興奮したりしないし。ただ篠原さんが、そう、あの人はホモだから、だから特別で変な雰囲気があって普通とは違ってる。だから
いらっしゃいませ。
篠原君、どうかした？
ああ、いえ、何でもないです。
電話出なくていいの？
いいんです、別に出なくていいんです。
そう。
ただいま電話に出ることができません。ピーという発信音の後にお名前と。
くそ、コーヒーがだよ、もう。くそ、本が濡れた。これ篠原さんが貸してくれた本。
家探したらあったので、よかったら暇な時にでもどうぞ。そうやって黙ってみるの やめてください。わかりました。
泣いてたな。俺マジかよ。くそ。
メール、また林さんからだ。
ん？出なくていいの？
いえ、大丈夫です。
そうだ篠原君、今度の休みよかったら美術展に付き合ってくれないか？
はい。
ちょっと車で遠出になるんだけどね、出店している友人が来い来いってうるさくて、それに近くにいい温泉旅館があるんだ。せっかくだし一泊していこう。もちろんお金のことは気にしなくていいから。いいね？
はい。でもご迷惑じゃ。
まさか。それとも篠原君が迷惑だった？
いえ、そんなことは全然。
やっぱこの辺だったか。前にジューロついてた甲斐あったな。
林さん、
話あるって何度も言ってるでしょ篠原さん。一緒に来てください。ほら早く。
待ちたまえ。勝手に話を進めないでほしいね。篠原君は今から私と食事に行って、週末はしっぽり温泉だ。だいたい君は彼を拒絶したんだろ？何を今さら。
うるせえなおっさん。
誰がおっさんだ無礼者。
しょうがねえだろ。俺はあんたらみたいなホモじゃねえんだ。いろいろ考えるし時間もかかるんだよ。
林さん。
おお、いろいろね。考えてそれで彼とセックスできるのかい？
したいからこんな探してんだろアホか。篠原さん行きますよ。
はい。
篠原君、そんな男どうせろくなセックスしないよ。
ふざけんな。上がってください。
はい。
言っときますけど、俺この間のことを謝ったりする気は。
俺とセックスしたいって本当ですか林さん。
いきなりそれかよ。これだからホモの人は。
そうですよ、ホモなんだから当たり前じゃないですか。男とセックスすることばかり考えてますよ。だって好きな人が男なんですから。好きな人と抱き合いたいって思わずに済むならどんなに良かったか。それならただの友達でよくて、辛いことなんかなくて、いつもずっといつも
あの変態教授にやらせたな篠原さん。
そんなしてません。
でも俺前も見たんですよ。今日会ったあの辺で二人で楽しそうに歩いてたじゃないですか。あ、やっぱ感じるんだ乳首。またコリコリしてきた。本当にあいつとやってないの？肩抱かれて ニコニコしてたじゃないですか。
覚えてません。
マジで？なんだよそれ。俺すげえムカついて死ぬかと思ったのに。
林さん。
くそー。
林さん。ダメ、林さん。ダメ、もう。
篠原さん、マジすげえエロい。見てるだけで俺いけそう。
いや、もう俺ばっかり。ダメ、まだダメや。いや、触らない。
ダメです。次は俺も出したい。ほら、こっち向いて。篠原さん、こうやって一緒にするんでしょ。
林さん。おはようございます、林さん。何す。いきなり布団をめくらないでください。
いや、なんかデジャブったから夢かと思って。あ、よかった。篠原さんのここキスマークいっぱいついてる。うわ、エロいな。
夢じゃないです。なんで林さんってそういうことばっかり。嫌いです。
俺は好き。おはよう、篠原さん。
最初から好みのタイプで、その後人柄も素敵だなと思って恋をした。そして奇跡が起こって恋人になれて、そしたらまだ彼について知らないことがたくさんあったんだとわかる。だから飲み会に斉藤先生も来るって知らなかったんです。まず彼はすごく嫉妬深い。
大体篠原さんは無防備なんだよ。どう考えても狙われてんのにさ。どうせ調子いいこと言われて手とか握られたんじゃないですか。
そんなことは。
マジで マジで触られたの？
林さん、こんな夜はいつも少し強引で。
いいよ篠原さん、もっとほら口開けて。篠原さんも感じてるんでしょ。すげえ溶けた顔してる。ほんとエロいよな。こんな顔他のやつに絶対見せないからな。
そのくせ翌朝にはすぐ気にしていろいろ言ってくる。
篠原さん、おはようございます。ごめん、大丈夫？昨べはちょっとついカッとしてマジごめん。最後篠原さんガクンガクンして行きっぱなしだし、やべえと思ったんですけど。あ、そういやあれってやっぱりドライってやつですか？気持ちよかった？
デリカシーは予想以上にないし、なんか絶倫なのにますます好きになるってどういうことなんだろう。
林さんなんて嫌いです。
ごめん、マジごめん。昼飯おごりますから。
はい、メロンパンね。いつもありがとう。
あ、はい。なあ、藤野ってメロンパン好きなの？倉木、昼食いつもそれ買ってるよな。社食にパン屋来るたびにそればっか。飽きないわけ？別に。ま、ありきたりの地味っぷりがいかにも藤野って感じだけど。
ねえねえ倉木くん、来週の飲み会なんだけど。
ああ、場所決まった？
それがさ、ちょっと相談に乗ってくれないかな。
いいよ。じゃあ座って話す。
なんなんだいきなり。めったに話したことないのに。俺が地味なメロンパンなら、お前なんて派手で高いだけのイチゴカスタードデニッシュだ。倉木は隣の部署にいる同期で、顔も身長も仕事能力も平均以上。確かにあいつに比べりゃ俺は地味だけど、なんでメロンパン好きなだけであんな嫌味を言われなきゃならないんだ。
藤野君、
何でしょうか課長。
この書類、こないだ君が出したあれ仕様が違うよ。本部から指導が来ちゃったよ。ちゃんと来てみて。
でもその件は課長に確認した時にそれで書けと。
言ってないよ僕は。もうしっかりして藤野君。じゃあ直しといてね。
はい。
うわー、また出たよ課長の責任転嫁。
ほんと藤野さんかわいそうに。
すいません、吉井課長、例の件どうなってますか？進んでます？
ああ、倉木君、それが優先してやってるんだけどね、藤野君がミス連発でまだなんだよ。参っちゃうよもう。
ああ、なるほどね。わかりました、大丈夫ですよ。吉井課長にはいつもお世話になってますから。
そう、悪いね倉木君。
いいえいいえ。あ、そういえばうちの先輩が課長とまた釣りに行きたいって言ってましたよ。
本当かい？
倉木のやつ、何がなるほどだ。いちごカスタードデニッシュ野郎め。
藤野、昼飯にまたメロンパンかよ。たまには違うの買えば。
うるさい。お前には関係ないだろ。
まあそうだけどね。ほらこれ。
なんだこれ。
どうせメロンパン食うならそういうの買えよ。
は？
そのメロンパン、中にメロンクリーム入ってるんだって。
ああ、いやいい。俺そういうの嫌いだから。
なんだよ、人がせっかくやるって言ってんだからもらっとけよ。
いや、だって2つも食えないし、俺は普通のメロンパンが。
っていうか、中に何か入ってる方がうまいに決まってるだろう。なんだよ普通のメロンパンって。あんなもん上の黄色いの食ったらただの白パンじゃねえか。
お前みたいな軽薄なお調子者にメロンパンの良さが分かってたまるか。
あ？言ったなこの野郎。よし分かった。これから毎週普通じゃないメロンパン持ってきてやる。1回でもお前がうまいって言ったら俺の勝ち。いいな。
おい倉木、俺の勝ちってお前小学生か。なんだよ、そんなに俺のことが気に食わないのかよ。
ダブルメロンパン。上のクッキー生地にメロン果汁を加えて華やかなオレンジに、中には濃厚カスタードクリーム入り。
本気だったのか。
どうよ。
カスタードはうまいけど
メ
ロンパンは上が甘いから中にも甘いのが入ってるとくどい。俺は好きじゃない。これちぎっただけだから残りはお前が食えよ倉木。俺なんかを任すためにこんなことに真剣になって一喜一憂して。倉木ってそういうやつだったっけ。
いちごメロンパン。
ダメだな。その日以来倉木は俺にメロンパンを持ってくるようになった。
4代目メロンパン。
いまいち。でもどれも俺がうまいと言えるメロンパンはなく。
カレーメロンパン。
いらん。変なやつ。
なあ藤野、そろそろネタ切れなんだけど。
なんかちょっと今がっかりしなかったか俺。じゃお前の負け。
つうか藤野、素材に凝ってるメロンパンとかなし？水使わず牛乳だけとか。
なし。それ普通のメロンパンだろ。なあ倉木、前から聞こうと思ってたんだけど、俺がうまいって言ったらお前の勝ちって言ってたけど、俺がうまいって思ってても嘘をついて言わないかもしれないとか考えないのか。
だって藤野は絶対そういうことしないし。
そんなことわからないだろ。
わかるって。
わかるかよ。
バーカ。お前そんな嘘つけるやつがあんなタコ課長にミスを押し付けられたりするかって。お前立ち回り下手だからどうせよくあんなことあるんだろ。もうちょっとうまく。藤野？
なんだ、気づいてたのか。なんだ。
分かってるって。大丈夫、みんな分かってるって。真面目に頑張ってるやつが一番偉いんだから。ちゃんと分かってるから。俺だってそういうお前が。
倉木、倉木、何す。
うるせえ。じゃあな。
おい。なんだよ倉木。さっきの言葉の続きは。なんで今日は来ないんだよ。もう勝負はいいのかバカ倉木。
バレちゃったかな。俺って結構小心者。つかヘタレ？いやいや、でもな、しょうがねえだろうが。そういうの嫌いとか言うなよ、藤野。え？
あるじゃないかメロンパン。
いや、あるけど、つか藤野なんでここにいんの？
お前が来ないからだろ。
何怒ってんだよお前。
なんでって。
藤野。藤野、今日はやっぱりネタ切れでさ、変わったの用意できなくて。普通のメロンパンなんだけどいいか？
最初から俺は普通のが好きだって言ってるだろ。
俺も好きだ。もう一回好きだって言って藤野。
メロンパンの話だ。
分かってる。
好きだ。それに凝ってるメロンパンもうまい気がする、お前と食うと。だから好きだ、倉木。
やべえ。
何やってんだ倉木。
ちょっとだけ、もうマジで無理。
何が
藤野。で、メロンパン食う？
会議室で勝手なことしやがって。死ね。
そんな怒んなよ。明日から毎日素材に凝った普通の持ってくるから、それで勘弁な。
やっぱりお前なんかイチゴカスタードデニッシュだ。
何それ？
うるさい。
藤野。
別にもったいぶるつもりはないし、ちょっと怖いけど嫌なわけじゃない。ただなんていうか、つまりやっぱり嫌だ。
大丈夫だって、痛くしないから。
だって倉木。
大丈夫藤野。
いや、倉木、なんだよこれ。
何ってアナル用バイブとかローションとか。
ふざけるな。
ふざけてねえよ。お前がこの間ローターは嫌だって言うからわざわざ買ってきたんだろうが。
俺が言ったのは初めてなのにいきなり道具なんて持ち出すなって意味で言ったんだボケ。同期の倉木と俺はなぜか今付き合ってるような状態で、仕事もできる派手な倉木に地味なだけの俺はむしろ嫌われてると思ってた。告白してきたのは倉木の方だけど、ここ最近の出来事が俺を不安にさせる。つまり倉木は本気なわけじゃないのかもって。
やあ藤野、昨日はどうも。隣いいか？いいよな。それじゃ。
悪かったな。
何が？
その絆創膏、昨日俺が殴ったせいだろ。あんなにまともに決まると思ってなくて。
別にいいよ。それよりあの後一人虚しく抜いた俺に謝ってほしいね。なんだよ汚ねえの。
お前バカじゃないのか？
なんでだよ。つうかマジでああいうので鳴らした方がさ、気持ちいいって書いてあったんだってネットに。
そんなこと知るか？変なこと調べるなよ。
藤野、お前さ。お前
なんだよ。
別に。ほらよメロンパン。
何？
うるせえ。次の金曜日開けとけよ藤野。ヒーヒー泣かせてやるからな。
何泣かせるってなんかの勝負ですか？
違う、いやそう、ゲームの対戦で。
へえ、藤野さんもゲームとかするんですね。
ああ、たまにだけど。
メロンパン。最初俺がメロンパン好きなのを倉木がからかってきて、今じゃなぜか倉木が俺のために買ってくるようになったけど、なんだよ、メロンパンさんやりゃ機嫌いいとでも思ってるのかよ、バーカ。おはようございます。
藤野さん、どうしたんですか？朝から疲れてません？
いや、ゆうべちょっと遅くまで調べ物して寝不足で。
はあ、そうですか。
何が？
ああいうので鳴らした方がいいだ、倉木の野郎。ネットで調べたら指でいいって書いてあるじゃないか。
くそ、ふざけんなよ倉木。
金曜日にはプリントアウトしたやつ持って行ってやる。もしまた変な道具出してきたらそれで抗議だ。だいたいどうしてあんなもの使いたがって。
藤野さん、すいません、この書類チェックお願いします。
はい、
もうリスト追加はありませんので。
わかりました。倉木、本当にただ俺で遊んでるだけなのかよ。
あれ藤野、何お前も今帰り？
いや、代表で買い出し。
へえ、残業珍しいな。お前んとこ月始めは暇だろ？
倉木くん行くよ。
お前は？
俺？これからコンパ。言っとくけど数合わせで顔出すだけだから何しろ。分かってるって。おい藤野、なんだよ焼いてんの？おい藤野、
倉木くんってば。
金曜忘れんなよ。
行くよ、絶対。
残業すんなよ。
分かってる。
早く。
今行く。
くそ。なんだよ、くそバカ野郎。
藤野くん、これもついでに頼むよ。
お断りします。
そんなこと言ってもさ、ほらこの間派遣の子が急に辞めたでしょ。それで大変なんだよね。まったく勝手で困るよね。
派遣業務の分量を超えた仕事を押し付けられた挙句、残業したら下でネチネチいびられたらそれはやめるでしょう。たまには自分で残業したらどうですか、課長。
藤野さんがついに切れた。
藤野君。
とにかく今日は用事があるので帰ります。金曜ですから。
藤野何時くらいに来んのかな。つうかやあ。おう、お邪魔します。ああ、なんか食ったか藤野。
いや、
じゃあなんか取るか。それか食いに。
いらない。それより塩。
何をいきなり。
倉木、思ったんだが別に俺が下でなくてもいいんじゃないか。
何。
同じ男同士だし、お前が入れられる方でもいいわけだろ。
ねえよ、それはねえって。
どうして。
どうしてって、あのな、大体俺のこと抱きたいなんて思ったことねえだろお前。
そんなことない。
嘘つけよ、女とだってろくに遊べないくせに。
うるさい。お前だって俺のこと好きでもないくせに。
なんだそれ。
うるさい、うるさい。
藤野、
なんだよお前、なんなんだよ。いきなり変な道具持ち出したりとかコンパとか、なんだよ。
藤野ごめん、誤解だ。
何がだ。
いや、いろいろ悪かったよ。話聞いてくれって。
やだ
藤野、ごめん。コンパは今日のための保険つうか、うちんとこは月始め忙しいから週末絶対帰るって言ったら埋め合わせしろってさ。でもそうだよな、悪かった。あとおもちゃは。
倉木。
俺すっげえ不器用なんだよな。言っとくけどな、下手だって言われたことはねえからな。けどほら、男は初めてだし、お前の体そういう風にはできてねえし、調べたらいい場所とかはあるみたいだけど結構難しそうで、俺じゃどうかなって思って、それでごめん。
倉木。
なんだよ、大体お前も悪いんだからな。避けてばっかだからやっぱ嫌なのかと。
お前実はあんまりモテないだろ。
なんだと。
コンパとか行ってもいいぞ。心配なさそうな気がする。
お前な。
うるさい。俺が好きだからいいだろ。
藤野。藤野、いい感じてる。入れていい？俺もダメ。ごめん、痛い。少し。もうちょっとローション。くそ、滑る。藤野。藤野。 大丈夫か？
そんなわけあるか。
そうか、ごめん。でも思ってたよりちゃんとできたな。つうか楽勝。やっぱ愛だよな、愛。ああ、そういやメロンパン買ってきてあるから後で食おうぜ。
倉木、お前本当にモテないだろ。
あ？モテるっつうの。
はい
はい、
グッドモーニング。
グッドモーニング。
はいグッモーニングが今ですね。
グッドモーニング。
まさに収録も朝からでしたからね。まあそんな感じで、そういうシンクロしつつやらせていただきましたけども、自己紹介から、
はい、
私林役の畑野渉です。
はい、
そして
篠原役野島博文です。
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。
たった今収録終わりましたね。
パチパチパチパチパチ。
いや本当に。ねいやもうグッドモーニングですけど本当お元気ですよね。
朝から元気なんだよ。
朝から元気もう元気印の野島さんとご一緒できて本当何よりです。
とんでもないです。もう自転車乗ってテンション上がってるからね。
もう本当健康ですよね。
ねえ、朝から元気ですよ。なんかね、だんだんね、年取ってきてね、朝から元気ってね、なんかおじいちゃんになってる気になってきた。
いやでも僕30直前なんですが、来てますから、体力の低下が
やばいよ。
自分でも分かるぐらい来てるんですよ。なんか一月に2回ぐらい体壊すみたいな、そんなサイクルで今やってて、いやこれまずいなと思って、なんかちょっと先輩ね、自転車じゃなくてもなんか別のものでもちょっとね運動しようかななんて思いますけどね。今度ぜひなんか教えてください。
いいよ、自転車教える。
やっぱり自転車になるな、これは。これは自転車になるな。そんなわけで、でも本当なんか久しぶりのね掛け合いのこのね、がっつりと掛け合いするっていう。
いや僕はもう相手が畑野君として安心してまいりましたよ。
いや
本当に。
いやもうそれは
お世話になってますんで。
とんでもない、こちらこそでございます。ありがとうございました。
もう収録自体も本当に気持ちよくやらせていただきました。
でもなんかスムーズにいってよかったと思って、でも面白い原作も面白いですよね。
面白かったし、
なんか絵があるとまた分かりやすくて、なんか役に入りやすかった。
でも実は僕の本来の性格は林寄りなんですよ。
言ってました、おっしゃってましたよね。
そう、篠原の役をやりましたが、性格は実は林寄りです。
でも篠原みたいな役が多いって。
そう
なんでだろうみたいなね。
結構僕デリカシーないんで。
いや僕なんか逆に難しいんです。デリカシーなく人にこうって、僕は性格で逆で、僕も林よりもなんか人の顔色を伺っちゃうような。
例えば篠原。
そうなんですよ。
ね、普段ね。
どっちかというとそっちなんで不思議ですよね。面白いよね。お芝居だと逆になるっていうね。不思議な感じ。
でも逆に相手をどうしたらいいのか分かっていいんじゃない？
ああ、なるほど。こう言ったらこうね、そうこう思うっていうのが分かるわけですね。相手の気持ちが。ああ、なるほど。
そんなこと考えながらやったつもりでは。
ありがとうございました。はい。じゃあ別会場に沖合さんがいらっしゃる。
本当ですか？
はい。いやいらっしゃるんですよ。
会いたい。
収録の感想などを聞いてみたいなと思います。沖合さん、お願いします。
はい、斉藤役の沖合亮太郎です。お疲れ様でした。別会場におりますのでね、たった一人ですけども、そうですね。一応年代的には篠原くんや林くんたちよりは年上ということで、原稿をいただいて、どれぐらいの人なのかちょっとよく分からなかったんですけど、現場に来て原作の絵を拝見して、結構若く見えるって思ったらですね、メインのお二方が意外としっかりした年齢で演じられていたので、どうしようって思ったんですがいかがだったでしょうか。野島くんは余計なことを言わないようにね、この後ね。はい、というわけでおっちゃんなんですよ、もうね。後半にかけての金役の方が逆にちょっと難しかった気がしました。というわけで、そちらの方まだ聞いてない方はですね、お楽しみに。よし役でした。というわけで OK です。またお会いしましょう。可愛くないから。
はい、OK さんでした。ありがとうございました。
いい声だった。
いい声で、もうフリートークがいい声って。
そう。
それも卑怯ですよ。
本当だよ。
当に
ケイさんずるい。
まあもう僕言ったら沖谷さんの声で育ったと言っても過言ではないですから
そうだよね。
もうあの声はもう本当にいろんなキャラクターが浮かんできますもんね。
普段のさもう居酒屋とかでさ飲んでてもいい声なんだ。
そうなんですか。
そうなんですよ。
うわー僕飲んだことないですけど沖谷さん飲まれる方なんですね結構。
飲むとすぐ寝ちゃう。ちょっと赤くなってすぐ寝ちゃう。うちに遊びにうちで飲んだこともあるんだけど、
そうなんですか。
うちのソファーでクッションを抱えて寝ちゃった。
萌え
可愛いのちょっと
すごい萌えキャラじゃないですか。
失礼ですけど可愛かったです。
すごいですね。そんな可愛い沖谷さんもね本当ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
はい、そんなわけでぜひ皆さんねでこのグッドモーニングを聞いて素敵な朝をね過ごしていただきたいですね。はい。
内容もね
そうなんです。爽やか
ですから
ね。はい。ぜひね同時にね入っておりますメロンパン戦争も。
あ、そうだよね。マジマジとタッツンが頑張って。
そうなんです。もう頑張ってますからぜひこちらもお楽しみいただきたいと思います。皆さんありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
はい、というわけでメロンパン戦争どうでしたか。
ざっくりしてんな。
はい、忘れてた。藤野役の真島純次です。
はい、倉木役の鈴木達也です。
はい、本当にお聞きくださった皆さんありがとうございます。
いやありがとうございました。
どうでした？
短い話ではあったんですけど。
そうですね。
濃厚でしたね。
ね。でも爽やかじゃない？
そう、爽やかだった。なんか俺久しぶりにこういう普通のサラリーマンの役やった。
そうね。そうか、そうだ。俺もでもそうかも。
そうなんかね結構ここ最近やってたのが悪が強い感じだったりとか、なんかねそういうあんまり普通っぽさがない感じの役が多くて、
そうね。
でしかもすごくナチュラルなお話だったじゃないですか。この日常的なっていう。そこで久しぶりにこうやって抜いた芝居やるとね、まあね抜くのに気がいっぱいになっちゃって口が滑る。本当あかんなと思いながらね。
そこは気をつけたいところだね。
本当にねやりながらド反省。まあでしたけど、
新たな発見もあった。
そうでも新たな発見もありつつだったんですけど、すごいなんかある意味この2人だから出せる普通っぽさは出たんじゃなかろうかっていうのがちょっと個人的な
我々2人だから出た何かっていうのも
強みが
ますね。
そう、同じ師匠を持った身として。
そうね。同じ養成所で同じ先生に教えられていたことが、まあ時期は違うんですけどね。
そう違うんですけど、
あるんですけどね。
そう。いやマジにどうだった？
俺でも本当にね久しぶりにこんな繊細なキャラクターを演じさせていただいて、
いやめちゃめちゃ繊細よね。
心の機微っていうのは本当にここまで機微かと
ね。なんか本当ガラス細工みたいなんだよね。
本当にね。
なんか感情の揺れ動き方が
なんかすごく新鮮でした。
そうやって考えると今回我々はすごく繊細な物語、でも
そうですね。
まあ名前はメロンパン戦争っていうね。
そうね。またでもそれが可愛くていいじゃない。
ファンシーな名前っていうか、キャッチーでポップみたいな。
そう
中身めちゃめちゃ繊細なんです
いちごカスタードデニッシュ野郎め。
メロンパン野郎。なってましたけどね。いやでもこれちょっと聞き方によってはなんか何度聞いても新しい発見があるんじゃないかなっていうのは。
そうですね。本当に何度も聞いてほしいような作品に仕上がったと思います。
本当に作品を彩るいろんな他のキャストもいらっしゃいますので、ぜひぜひ隅から隅まで聞いていただけたら
楽しんでください。ありがとうございました。Certainly be learned from. If you wipe the raid because of selfish play, you should be looped in. But see, that's the thing. Imagine we're doing pre-nerf Gruul. We just wiped there. And now we're wasting people's time. And now we're in this weird zone right now where because everything is super easy and because it's nerfed, well, we didn't wipe. So what's the harm? Well, the harm is that it kind of is unfun for people. Like, okay, what do you think the message is to the people who moved safely and we still die? Do you think they feel motivated to do the same thing again? Do you think they're like, yeah, I played it really safe, moved out with Shatter, and no.
what they're going to do, if you want to pay with someone you invest in them, you don't boot. It's just a resolve always. Well, but the problem is, this is the kind of situation you get into. What happens when you are trying to run a guild and people just choose not to listen to you? It's literally like children, dude. It's actually insane. It's like children. It's like 5 years old. If you are the parent and your kid is not listening to you, do you want to yell at the kid? Do you want to take away the kid's toys? No, you don't want to take away the kid's toys. You want the kid to just listen and everything to go great. But the problem is, if they don't listen, and in this case, WoW players are like children, you have to like hit them where it hurts. And that's just unfortunately an insanely sad reality. I don't think it's the play to immediately loot ban people, but genuinely, what do you do? What is this strategic plan? I would rather not loot ban people. I would rather just kick them. That's what I would like to do. I don't like to go through this whole situation. Right? It's just, if you're given feedback, you take the feedback and everything, kumbaya, life goes on, right? Or if there's going to be a problem every time there's a little bit of feedback or something goes different, I think you just kick them, dude. I agree. I think loot ban is a whole waste of time, a whole charade. They're going to be salty the whole time. Just kick them. Literally just kick them, dude. Because let's be real. We're adults. None of these people are going to change in this situation, right? I'm trying to think back every single time. I don't think Tragic has had any success loot ban or attempting to discipline people who did bad stuff. Dude, because we're talking about adults here, man. They don't care. They don't want to. Yeah. I think it's time to G kick. That's what I think. I think that's the conclusion I've come to. Time for my tyranny to really start. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's a single time. There was a time when a player did something and got in trouble for it, but they apologized right away. They didn't need to get punished. I don't think we've had a single good outcome when a player did something bad and then we tried to discipline or punish. I'm thinking back to Wrath. I think there was a few incidents. Every single time the person ended up, it just didn't end up working out. It actually ended bad every time. I don't think we ever had any success. Dude, I'm actually thinking back. Every single time we have had an incident with a serious guild problem and there was conflict, I don't think we have ever had any resolution. And the person either ended up eventually getting kicked or eventually leaving, or things were bad the entire time. Dude, this is not a serious guild problem. I mean, it kind of is. It kind of is. Because basically, this expansion just has to be different than the last expansions. Because in previous expansions, we let people get away with stuff. I say we because it used to be a team. We let people get away with stuff from phase 1, and it's just the whole phase. I think the problem I have is I'm not trying to cause people trouble, and I'm always maybe too conflict averse, and I don't know that that's a good. That's probably not good if we want things to run smoothly. We gotta start issuing the gold fines. I think we need to get people to start paying gold. Get them to pay a gold fine for their actions. Honestly, that's actually, I like having gold. It's not going to do anything. If I start fining people, it's not going to actually do anything for the guild, but I'll make gold. It's going to not work out anyway. It's probably like a 5% success rate. If I start fining people, it's not going to do anything, but I might get some gold. Yeah, it's the same thing as a GDKP cut. That's that's a very good point. The threat of losing your cut is a very big motivator for people actually performing and playing and trying. And a lot of times people get too casual in guilds of like, let's also just take a step back too. This is a team game. It's kind of the same thing of like, if you no-show, if you're late, like that's a selfish thing that affects 25 people. It's the same thing with a lot of these things. If you're doing something that's like harming the raid, it's not really very respectful to there's 25 people in the raid. It's basically saying that you think you are more important than the other 24 people. If you just don't care about doing things that wipe the raid or doing things that cause problems or whatever. Because at the end of the day, dude, Gruul, do you think it matters what happens on Gruul? Gruul does not matter. We're never going to wipe the Gruul. Gruul is an irrelevant boss. He's nerfed. We've literally had every single melee player die on Gruul. We still killed the boss. Last week we killed Gruul. Every single melee player died. Every single one. And we still killed the boss. So obviously, nothing really matters in terms of the actual fight. It's more about like people being able to have fun. And being respectful to other people. Flat rock, I think it's right here. There's my quest credit. I need to go kill Mumaki. I'll have a quest to kill these guys later, but I don't know how to do it in the right way. I always seem to sequence this quest wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I do think there's probably going to be some situations in this TBC where I'm going to have to significantly change how I do things. Because last TBC, I think, and also in Wrath, I think these are the big things I do too often. I think I tolerate underperforming players in terms of like DPS. That was a big problem in Wrath. We had a couple players that were just really bad at the game and kind of like completely worthless. And it's kind of selfish of me to allow the players to continue doing that. Like if you have one person in the raid that is just griefing everyone, okay, it's one thing if they're funny or they're adding something to the guild, social, yada yada yada. But if it's just like a full mute player who doesn't say anything and they're just a bad player, keeping them in the raid is like, that's like a selfish thing to do. That's like the raid leader or the GM is too scared to kick someone or tell them they need to change how they play. So now the entire guild has to play with a bad player, the whole expansion. And I think the same thing applies to like griefing, trolling, whatever. If there's people that are griefing or playing the wrong thing, or it's just a tough balance, because like let's say someone plays a little variation in their spec that they think is more fun. Is that griefing? Where's the line for griefing where you actually need to crack down so that people aren't so it's like maximizing fun. I don't know. Oh, I'll have to do some I'll have to do some serious thinking ahead. Tragic's got a lot of problems right now. We're gonna have to clean it up. I have to figure out what we're gonna do with our comp. And dude, how are my rings so bad? I think I was just using the wrong rings. There it is. That's a good discharge. Anyway, even if they're social, you should motivate, help underperforming players do better. Well, that's what I mean. I think investing in people that are social to improve is good. But like we kept some people in. There's one player in particular I can think of. There was a Wrath player we played with. They did no damage. They were not social. They didn't talk. They didn't do anything. They didn't do They literally provided nothing to the raid. They didn't fit our comp. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do anything correctly. They're actually just complete dead weight. And the only reason they were in the raid is because, well, they didn't technically do anything wrong besides sucking. You know? They didn't say anything horrible. They weren't like a... They just like were... It's like we were in a 24-man raid. They just were invisible. And like that person I think we should have kicked. But obviously, I mean, this situation, or any situation, we're not in a situation like that right now. I just mean in general, I think I need to be more quick to take action. It's like a referee in a sports game. If you go around penalizing everyone, it's bad. But if you let the game get out of control, it's also bad. The best referees keep the game under control, but at the same time are not overdoing it. Now, where the line is for like the WoW guild, that's where it's harder, because you got to keep things under control, but it's also supposed to just be like if you're it's like a referee thing in NBA, for example. The game is about the players. You want to let the players play. You want to hit shots, play, run around, do whatever. It's not about the refs. No one's here to see the refs. No one, you know, that's the thing. So like the game should be about, the guild's not about me. It's about playing World of Warcraft. It's about having fun. It's about, you know, playing as a group, killing bosses, getting loot. It shouldn't even feel like there's any referee in this world. But there almost needs to be some amount of control to keep things on the rails. But obviously you don't want to go overboard. Rock level 64, holy crap. Yeah, anyway. I hit my goal for the day, Miles. Time for me to end stream. GG's, guys. Good night. And I'll see you guys. I don't know when I'll stream again.